Hey everyone, this is Miguel, and I want to thank you for joining me here on my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about micromanagers. Stay tuned as we jump into this video. Hey everyone, I want to thank you for tuning in here today on my YouTube channel where we talk about leadership qualities, and effective leadership. What does it look like? I base this upon my experience of being a leader over 10 plus years, and I bring this to you in a easy, applicable way so that you can hit the ground running and be an effective leader. Listen, I want to talk to you about micromanaging. I believe that micromanagers produce microwavable results. What does that mean? Listen, you can sit down at home and get ready for a nice meal that you cooked and you labored over, and you know the flavor, the taste, the seasoning that's going to be applicable there. Or you can take that hungry man and you can pop him in the microwave. Let's be honest, we've all eaten a hungry man, and once in a while it ain't bad, but the fact is being able to sit at the dinner table and actually have a meal that you can enjoy with all the rich flavors and everyone around you, well, that's just something totally different. Now, when we talk about being a leader, you don't want to see results like a hungry man dinner. You don't want those type of results. You want the type of results that you've put in your hand, that you've put in labor, and that you've seen what you expected, what you wanted to come out to fruition. And when we talk about micromanagers will be on top and nagging and watching and hovering over to the point where all you're seeing is only quick results in that moment, but there's no longevity. Here, let me bring to you a story. Several years ago, I was working as a manager, and I remember that I had a team that I had to manage. Now, in this particular time, I had a manager that I had to reply to. So I had a team that responded to me, that I was in charge of, that we had to get certain tasks, certain duties done, and I had a manager that I had to then report to. Well, in this particular season, before this manager took hold of this position, that position was actually vacant. There was a turnover that occurred in the company, and so the position of the manager who oversaw my production was no longer there. And now you may be thinking, Miguel, isn't that a promotion for you? Yeah, it was offered, but I didn't take it. Because one of the things I've learned in my life is that not every promotion that's offered is a promotion worth taking. Sometimes we're chasing the bag so much that we give up much more than that. So you have to make a decision in your life. If you want the bag, fine. Hey, go after it. I'm not here to judge you, but what I'm saying is that you may be giving up more than what you actually think you're gaining in the long run. Listen, bottom line, they gave that position to somebody else. I didn't want it. They gave it to somebody else. And this particular person that was coming in to the organization was touted as someone who was smart, intelligent. This person was brash and brave. And man, I've worked with men who were competent individuals, and I've worked with some men that, well, weren't such a blessing to be around with. And I've worked with women that have been amazing leaders, and I've worked with women who not so much so. In this case, to save the identity of the person, let's call her Tammy Takeover. In this case, Tammy Takeover came in highly regarded, but here's one of the things that happened, and it is that Tammy Takeover did just that. She took over. So even though I had my position, my crew, my things to do, and my reports to hand in, she really didn't allow me the space to be able to train and watch over and actually make sure that things were going the way they needed to. So what she did was that she hovered over me, over my crew, over everything, all the aspects of the business. And what happened was, I remember one day she was staying in late, and it wasn't necessary. Me and my crew, we were handling it, but she just didn't want to walk away. And I said to her, listen, you've got to go home. And she said, no, I don't have anyone waiting for me at home. I can stay here. And I said, no, you have to go home. If not for you, for the morale, for the crew, for the team, trust that we've got this under control. Listen, I literally had to beg her to leave the office. Micromanagers are people that just can't trust that someone else understands the vision, that just can't trust that someone else knows how to do the job. Micromanagers will see results microwavable, in the moment, instant, in 1 minute or less. But the problem is that that's not long lasting. That doesn't create longevity, as the birds are around me here in Rochester, New York. Listen, I speak to you today passionately about the fact that you can be a leader and do not have to micromanage. You have to trust that the individual who you've spoken to, that you've communicated and connected with, that they've taken that vision and that they can apply it. The bottom line is that good leaders need good followers, and we'll talk about that later. And I make a big distinction between a good leader and a great leader. So there is a distinction between a good follower and a great follower. Again, that's another topic for another day, but today I'm talking about micromanaging. And the fact is that many times in my life, I've felt the spirit of Tammy takeover arrive, and I have to check myself. And realize, okay, I have a crew that understands the vision, understands the mission, and that is connected totally with what the end goal is. And so I encourage you right now who are desiring to be a leader, you right now who are in leadership, and maybe the people who you respond to are micromanaging the mess out of this project. Don't lose the passion. And sometimes you have to push back and say, hey, go home. Trust that you've trained the people properly. Trust that you've trained the people adequately to complete the task. As you can tell, it's a busy day here in Rochester, so we're just moving, we're going, and I want you to keep moving, keep going, keep pushing forward. Surround yourself with people that will nourish your vision. Remember, good leaders hope things will be okay, but great leaders plan, and no matter the circumstances, they grow. Listen, make a plan, but be willing to pivot. Do not micromanage, because micromanaging will only present microwavable results for right now, but not long lasting. That's not really what we're looking for here. We're looking for results that are long lasting so that we can accomplish the vision that we've already set in mind. Hey, listen, if you enjoy this content, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and leave me some comments if you agree. Maybe you've encountered a micromanager in your life, a Tammy takeover, or maybe you in your own life have felt that Tammy takeover spirit try to come into your life. Listen, I encourage you. Don't lose focus on what the end goal is, on what the task is. And so again, this is Miguel from Rochester, New York, reminding you to surround yourself with people that will nourish your vision. All right, let's go tackle the day.